was a fascinating tale those soldiers outside the palace were discussing.
Greetings, Your Majesty. Have you a moment to speak? There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. You've done a fine job culling those monsters, Your Majesty. 'Tis common knowledge among the people that 'twas you who delivered them from danger. The number of those who seek out this tavern in the hope of an audience with the Arisen grows by the day. Should you continue to display such valor, the day will soon come when Disa can no longer deny your presence. And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this. 'Tis a symbol of my own gratitude.
We have achieved our objective.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. I bear word from Regent Ken Sven, Your Majesty. He espied the delivery of a suspicious package to a man named Allard, a minister who happens to be one of the Queen Regent's staunchest and most powerful allies in the palace. From the pains he took to remain on scene, 'tis plain that Allard wished this delivery kept away from prying eyes. That alone is reason to suspect a connection to Disa's schemes. We must get to the bottom of it. The Regent Kin intends to call Allard to his chambers come nightfall. He bids you to use this opportunity to search the minister's chambers and see if there's aught to be learned. What say you, Your Majesty? Are you willing to undertake this task? I shall ensure that the door to the minister's chambers is open between midnight and dawn. Pray, use that time to infiltrate and uncover aught worthy of suspicion.
I vow to...
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen, while examining the palace ledger for evidence of the Queen Regent's misdeeds. I made a curious discovery. For some time now, it seems, she has been diverting a veritable mountain of gold to the daily purchase of sweet crown flower. What's more, this inexpedient spending habit is recorded to have begun the very day on which Arthur, the would-be Arisen, appeared on the scene. This cannot be mere happenstance. I can only conclude that these sums are passing into the hands of Arthur himself. Yet 'tis strange, for sweet crown flowers only grow on the eastern edge of Vermont. I dare say 'twas not an item chosen idly. Mayhap this knowledge will guide us in our pursuit of the false sovereign. 'Tis a frail hope to be certain. Yet all the same, I would ask that Your Majesty venture to Vermont's eastern edge and probe into this young man's origins. I am glad to hear it, for I cannot shake the feeling that uncovering the identity of the false sovereign is the key to unraveling Disa's scheme and securing your enthronement.
Where's...
My body's not forgiven me for last night's scuffle.
Seems I'm not the only one who's too busy for us.
Now, how best to proceed? So tight.
Have no fear, Master.
You are the Arisen, yes? The captain gave me your description. Follow me!
such peace.
Let's take it easy today.
Up at dawn, done by dusk.
Slim pickings of late. Am I losing my touch? I've got to focus. My shift's only just begun.
Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards espy you, I will be forced to play my part. Pray, be cautious, Your Majesty.
I'll wait for the new equipment to come in.
I wish the Minister would be more careful. He takes the sentinel posted outside his chambers with him everywhere. There are times when no one's standing watch.
Mayhap I'll come here when I've a day to myself. Mayhap I'll come here when I've a day to myself.
What business could be so pressing that I must be summoned at this late hour?
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a highly sensitive matter for the Regent Kin to request a private audience.
Or perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to the benefits my favor can bring. He might just be his mother's puppet, but at least he knows what's good for him.
My lord, if someone were to overhear...
Oh, unwring your hands, you fool! As if anyone in this palace would dare say a word against me. Now, if Wilhelmina calls, tell her to await me in my chambers. I will return presently.
surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the Sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be better discussed in the presence of your mother.
This sort of quiet means all's well.
Time to be heading home.
Such quiet, you.
Well, well. Yours isn't a face I'm accustomed to seeing around the palace. How did you get in here?
Oi! Who goes there? Who's there?
Tut, tut. Now, this just won't do. How's a lady supposed to work with all these interruptions?
Oh, 'tis you, Lady Wilhelmina.
Mm-hmm. Do excuse us. We thought to enjoy a little fresh air. Though we had hoped for slightly more privacy, if you catch my meaning.
Apologies, milady. But might I ask the name of your companion?
Are you sure it would be wise? Such knowledge has been known to cost a man his head.
Understood, milady. If anyone asks, I shall say I saw naught.
A narrow escape. You should count yourself lucky that he was so easily flustered. Is that all you have to say for yourself? 'Tis sweet of you to mind your manners, but such niceties won't get you far with me. Still, you are welcome to come calling, should the fancy take you, and should you have the gold for it.
This is no good. Thanks, I'll get distracted.
Only person I believe in is myself.
Would that all my days were so tranquil. All this patrolling does a number on my shoulders.
It seems you've made a discovery regarding the false sovereign.
Wonder what's going on in here. Might go and see.
Well met, Serene.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. I have been pursuing all of the channels available to me, but I am afraid I have yet to uncover any new information pertaining to the false sovereign. Would your Majesty be willing to venture to Vermont's east? Is there aught else you would speak of, your Majesty? I know this sigil well. 'Tis the crest of the neighboring country of Batal, a land with which Vermont has no official dealings at present. Let me see. It reads, "True to our word, we offer you the power of the Godsway. Pray make haste in securing Melv, that all might be made ready ere our plans are set in motion." A meager clue, to be certain. Though, 'tis clear that the Queen Regent conspires with Batal. The blood present. Much blood has been spilled between Vermund and his neighbor in the past. I fear such a partnership would only portend the drawing of more. At any rate, 'twould seem our search has led us to only more questions. Chief among them, what is meant by securing Melve and this God's Way? I will investigate these matters as best I can. In the interim, Your Majesty, should you have time to spare, might you make for Melve? Only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent's plot can we begin to thwart it. And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this. Perchance it will help speed you on your way to Melve. Reward for Your Majesty's efforts. You have been invited to attend the coronation. 'Twould seem congratulations are in order. You will, of course, require raiment befitting of the occasion. I would ask that Your Majesty return once you've procured such attire. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. All shall change once we have attended the coronation. If Your Majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so before we depart. Very well. Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one who I have no doubt will lend his support to Your Majesty's cause. I refer to Waldar, a magistrate. Many a time has Disa demanded Waldar amend the code of Vermund to her own benefit. And many a time has the magistrate refused her, for he is loyal to none but the spirit of the law. As a result, he now sits in a cell beneath the palace. Our laws dictate that Your Majesty is our rightful ruler. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, I'm quite confident that Waldor will be willing to vouch for Your Majesty. What say you? Might you be willing to aid me in arranging the magistrate's release? I've prepared a means for you to enter the palace dungeons. Pray, take this. This mission demands the utmost secrecy. Prithee be cautious, Your Majesty. Should you be discovered, I will be unable to lend aught in the way of aid.
Now here's a welcome sign. Now, how best to proceed?
A lonely place. But not without its charms.
I'd sooner stay out of the back.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
So, you've come. Captain Brandt bade me allow you passage.
After today's training.
forced to draw steel.
I'm surrounded by whingers on all sides.
I'd sooner stay out of battle, were it possible. Is there aught you require? What must needs be done?
Stay still.
I was not prepared for this. How dare you! Hold fast! You have the strength to prevail! Gross.
Reckon you can do as you please, eh?
What?
Come to embroil me in your affairs, have you? I'd sooner be left alone. Pray, do
Wait for me.
Have you come to release me from this jail? Who are you? Aha! Then we are presented with three options. Either the law of our world that allows only one Arisen has been upended, or Deeza's Arisen is false, or you are lying to me. Have you proof that you are arisen, as you say? Ah, they say the Arisen's breast bears a wound akin to the dragon's claw. By that mark, 'twould seem 'tis true. This reminds me of a happening 148 years ago. During the reign of Regent Alphonse, a man named Crusoe appeared and claimed to be arisen. He went before the people, insisting that he, and not Regent Alphonse, was the true arisen, the one fit to lead them as their ruler. And what befell him, you ask? Ha! Crusoe was discovered to be a liar, whereupon his head was liberated from his shoulders on the spot. Aye, I dare say your arrival portends another beheading, but whose will it be, Oh, you've no interest in such things? Why, the law is everything to me. 'Tis life itself. I believe I can surmise what you came for. And though I am here on false charges, I have no intention of breaking the law to gain my freedom. What is it? Have you come to escape? But why? Here, I spend my days perusing the code and deciphering old texts. I can devote all my time to my own interests, and I need not turn my ear to Deesa's absurd demands. 'Tis a paradise to me, this cell. That said, if you know of a place with a mountain of tomes I could delve into, I might rethink the matter. Tell me, does that ring any bells? I suspected as much. Then we are done here. Leave me be.
Best quality of soldier now.
Oh, good. You return. I find myself on edge when you stray from my line of sight.
My head hurts.